Today, I need to talk about something incredibly difficult, something that stands as one of the most horrifying chapters in American history. We're going back to 1918 in Valdosta, Georgia, to remember the story of Mary Turner. This story is deeply disturbing, but it is essential that we do not forget it, as it represents a profound and painful truth about our nation's past. In May of 1918, a white plantation owner was killed. In the days that followed, a violent mob rampaged through Brooks County, targeting black residents in a brutal wave of terror. At least 13 people were killed. One of them was a man named Hayes Turner. His wife, Mary Turner, was 8 months pregnant. When she heard about her husband's murder, she did something incredibly brave. She publicly denied that her husband was involved in the plantation owner's death and vowed to have those responsible for his murder brought to justice. Her courage, her demand for justice, was met with unimaginable cruelty. The mob turned their rage on her. What happened next is almost too painful to speak of, but we must. Mary Turner was taken to a place near the Folsom Bridge over the Little River. There, she was subjected to one of the most savage acts of racial violence ever recorded. The mob tied her by her ankles and hung her upside down from a tree. They doused her in gasoline and set her on fire. As she was still alive, a member of the mob took a knife and cut her unborn baby from her womb. The child fell to the ground, cried out briefly, and was then stomped and crushed to death. Finally, the mob riddled Mary's body with hundreds of bullets. Mary Turner and her child were buried near the tree, marked only by a whiskey bottle with a cigar in its neck. For decades, their story was suppressed, a hidden scar on the conscience of a community and a nation. But historians and activists refused to let her memory fade. People like Walter White of the NAACP investigated at great personal risk, bringing this atrocity to national attention and exposing the sheer brutality of lynching. The story of Mary Turner is a testament to the depths of racial hatred that have plagued this country. It is a reminder of the thousands of black men, women, and children who were victims of racial terror lynchings. We remember her not only for the horror she endured, but for her courageous spirit. In the face of injustice, her story forces us to confront the darkest parts of our history, so that we can understand the long fight for civil rights and the work that still remains. Thank you for listening and for remembering Mary Turner with me.